What up, my friends? How you doing? We're here today to talk about how Magic lore is about to get wackier, because we don't have long before the Aether Drift story drops. Now, speaking of dropping, I'm going to drop the live stream link in the Discord, and then we will drop some hellos into the chat from above in buckets. Okay, let's see here. Well, that's not how you spell YouTube, but doesn't really matter, does it? It is close enough. Oh, I did it twice. Look at that. Must be having some kind of brain twitch. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Switch this up and we are good. Okay. So, got a nice mug of tea. And I'm ready. I am ready to have us a nice chill chat. What up, Jess, Eng, Kenzugi, Shelton, Spider-Mag, Millmaster, Zircon, Synthetic, Crow, Pyre, Juglum, Potts. Who else is in here? I see. Did I say Spider-Mag? I think I did. So that means I left off at Shotter, Stories, Gossip, Baba, Everyday, Kenny, Error. I think I've said hello to everybody. Some names may have slipped through. Who knows? But hello to all of you, my friends. I hope that the weekend has been treating you good so far. Oh, Synthetic jumping in, saying spin me with the super chat. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let us spin the wheel. And also, let me put you up on the board as Lord of the board. Kinda gotta make sure the shield is on display. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Bear the shield with pride, son. Scratch the nose a bit. Alright. On the road again. Okay, there we go. Synthetic. You are on the board. Now, let's go. Let's spin it. Oh, what up, Shoop? I didn't know Salt and Pepper songs were in here. Oh, we got Magic. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. Magic the Gathering. Well, we're gonna look at some Magic the Gatheringness in the form of we're gonna do Bloomborough. Let's look at something that Wizards did right this year before we start to talk about how with the lore and everything, we're all just going super sideways. Okay, well, actually, I guess I should make sure that this is focused up. Just 3 days. Count it down, bro. Count it down till the bonus shows up. That's always good. Spend it in advance. Been there. Been there, my man. Okay, let's figure out the focus on this camera here. All right, and a bunch of clicking noises, and we'll be where we need to be. I am a robot. Okay, what are you doing? Good Lord. I don't know why it feels like it's fighting with me here, but there we go. I think that's better. Okay, we're good. We're good. Well. All right. That most of the time resets itself. The last few times, for some reason, didn't, and now it has again. So we are where we are. Crow, Bloomborough was such an awesome set. Yeah, I love Bloomborough. I really enjoyed it. Like, yeah, I mean, you can level criticism at most sets for one thing or another, but mostly they tend to come through and be all right. Bloomborough, you can go, it's cutesy Animal Land, but ultimately, it totally feels like a Magic the Gathering world, just like lower stakes in terms of it's not multiverse rending Phyrexian insanity, right? So I like Bloomborough. It's got the proper kind of magic swords and sorcery vibe that Magic the Gathering does the best for me, right? The other stuff not as hot on that, right? So the whole goofy Aether Drift stuff that's coming is going to be a counterpoint to this. Now, let's see if we can get something for my pack. What up, Slarty? Hey, Moxman in the house. How you doing, buddy? How's life treating you? You doing good? You getting out there starting more fires? Collecting up more reserve list stuff? Okay, we're starting off with a token that I don't think that I have for my collection yet. I don't know if I actually wrote the tokens down on my main collecting sheet. Oh, synthetic, you know what? I wrote the wrong amount on the board. Hold on. Let me correct that. That's my bad. I wrote down 10 when you did 11. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, what do we got? No, I do have the tokens here. I do have a list of the tokens that I need, and Iridescent Vine Lasher is on that list. So, yeah. Hey, Bear, you've been thoroughly enjoying Bloomborough? Hell yeah, man. Me too. That's why I'm still here collecting. I need a better, like, this is a perfectly fine marker for the board, but I need a better marker for crossing things off the list in a very authoritative and thick way. I need thick black markings. There we go. Perfect. Death Dog, hello and goodbye. Have a good night, bro. Moxman, feeling the good Saturday vibes? Hell yeah, brother. All right, so this gets transferred into the box of cards that is for the set. We got a foil carrot cake. That's underwhelming. We've got a foil swamp. Whatever. Valley Flamecaller. What even is this? 1 red and 2, 3/3. If a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage +1 instead. Oh. Okay. Alright. Do I need it for my set? Let's see. Valley Flamecaller. Oh, yeah, I do. I do, bro. Crossing multiple things off the list. This pack is a winner. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of goodness that you like to see. Honestly, like, the list is getting shorter. You can see, got the token list down here. I mean, the alt arts, that's what I'm missing a ton of. And if I have, like, if I wanted to get the critters to go along with it as well. So I don't know how deep down the rabbit hole I'm going with this one. That's right, synthetic, multiple needed cards. Okay, and then with the commons and uncommons, I already have everything in the set from that. So we got Wear Down, Fireglass Mentor. This guy's pretty solid. A black and red for a 2/1. Beginning your second main phase, and if opponent lost life this turn, exile top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until end of turn you can play it. So basically, this is mostly going to be like, did you do combat damage? Then you get to get this effect, right? There are other ways to trigger it too, but still. BT, what's up, buddy? Larry, how you doing? Okay, so what else do we got in here? Oh, sweet, bro, this is a hell of a pack. This is a hell of a pack. Fells are like the chase uncommon of the set, right? At least one of them. These do not show up very frequently because it's a really solid card. 1 black and 1 sorcery, destroy target creature with no restrictions on what it can destroy. It just, you have to do it at sorcery speed. And the artwork is amazing. You've got Maha, the Twilight Owl, the Calamity Beast, and in one downward swipe, boom, this dove is getting taken out. It's epic. It's epic. Pyre, you said it, buddy. Overprotect? What? Wow. Holy shit. This is genuinely an amazing pack. Like, wow. All right. All right. We got 2 cards. We got the token we needed for the set, a rare I needed for my set. 2 awesome uncommons. Like, Overprotect. 1 green and 1 instant. Target creature you control gets +3/+3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible till end of turn. That is strong, right? And then for the commons, we got a whole bunch of things. But nothing crazy good, right? This set doesn't have things like Heir Apparent in the commons for you to go, woo! But either way, very nice pack. A very nice pack of magical cards indeed. That's great. Okay. Now I keep the little list of cards that I need for the set actually in the same box that I have the cards, so that I never end up not being able to find it, because there's all kinds of random pieces of paper around, and I'll end up picking those up. All right, let's switch it back. There we go. That was well done. Slarty, yup. Heir Apparent is a chase common now, right? And they're going for like 5 bones a piece. It's pretty wild, but that's kind of built into the system too, right? Moxman, building that suspense, hell yeah. Retire, yeah, it is. It's good value for Fel is good value for your mana. 2 mana to destroy any creature. That's absolutely cube worthy. It loses points because it's not instant speed, but give it time, they will print an instant speed Fel. It will happen, right? Like, they will eventually just print a 1 black 1 destroy target creature straight out, because power creep, the dials have been cranked way up. So that's just the way it's going to go. I don't know how long it'll take before, like, other variant tweaks before we get there, you know, where it's like 1 black and 1 destroy target creature, you lose a life. Something like that. Something like that. We'll see what happens. But, yeah. Fel is pretty strong, but at the same time, it can't take out any kind of manlands that get instantly activated and swing in. So, but it's got awesome artwork, and it's a sweet card. Apparently, if you guys haven't heard, the one uncommon from Thunder Junction is going up in value out of nowhere. It's, I believe, called This Town Ain't Big Enough. Something like that. And it's the blue spell that costs 5 and bounces 2 permanents back to the hand, but costs 3 less under, what is it? Well, I don't remember the conditions specifically, because it's like a whatever uncommon, and you just go, when you look at it, meh. But apparently, now all of a sudden, it's getting used somewhere. I just saw it in passing, so I just thought that I would mention it in case you didn't know. Moxman, if you target your own stuff, it's 3 less to cast. Oh yeah, I guess you can use it to bounce multiple cards and replay them, right? So I just saw it in passing and went, oh, what? It bounced up? Well, that's good to know. Definitely good to know. So, Magic lore. About to get wacky, boys. It's about to get wacky. Wizards of the Coast is going to start dropping the lore on Monday. So, in 2 days, they're going to start dropping the story for Aether Drift. And it's going to be interesting for me as somebody who tends to catalog the Magic lore. I will read the story, and like, they release an audiobook version of it if you don't want to read it, but it takes too long. I can read their story in less than half an hour, and the audiobooks are like half an hour long. So I'm curious to see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, we got to the point with Thunder Junction where I couldn't really handle how stupid the lore was getting, and then we went to Bloomborough, and I was like, oh, sweet. A properly, like, put together story in a world that feels like a magic world that I can enjoy. Cool. Okay, cool. And then we have the Duskmourn story, which, I mean, everything. It was such a mixed bag. The Duskmourn story was disconnected to other things and had a bunch of issues with it, but I don't know. It didn't. I didn't pull back from it the same way that I'm feeling the pullback on the vroom vroom beep beep, you know? Synthetic, you know what, man? I have no idea what level of actual demand there would be for specifically Looney Tunes secret layers. I feel like Wizards of the Coast probably could have made that happen if they thought there was a market for it, right? I don't know, though. I don't know. Larry, you got a copy of this down ain't big enough? That's right, you got the stocks, bro. You got the stocks. When are they supposed to drop the SpongeBob secret layer? Isn't that supposed to be like in the second half of the year? Something like that? Something like that. Ancient says Mario Kart version of Magic is not lore. It's a clown sideshow butchering my boy Amonkhet. Just wait. Vroom vroom beep beep. Oops, we spilled oil in the desert. Oh, it's a catastrophe. It's silly. It's silly what they're doing. And they're going to have a written story that talks about them driving around from plane to plane. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. What up, Rodney? Jedi, you think the only sets that are going to do well are Marvel Spider-Man and Tarkir this year? I don't know. Final Fantasy's probably going to do pretty well. Spider-Man will obviously do well. Avatar will probably do all right, too. I don't have high hopes for Aether Drift. Edge of Eternities might. Aether Drift is, check it out, we're doing a death race, but it's actually also a tame, civilized, not death race that's really used as a political tool by the people of not Kaladesh, now Avishkar. And you're just like, okay. And then the Edge of Eternities is like, we're doing outer space, so a bunch of space stuff. So it feels like too wild, like we're doing all the outer space stuff, seems a lot more deep than we're doing all the vroom vroom beep beeps, right? Why is the Scarab God playing with Hot Wheels? Oh yeah, that's the era we're in, man. That's the reality now. Play some fucking Hot Pocket Magic cards to feed to your My Little Ponies. It's Magic the Gathering time. Bear, you're excited for Avatar? Get hyped, man. Running, have they officially said it's Avatar? They haven't officially said it's Avatar, but it's Avatar. But it hasn't been officially announced. But I'm telling you now, it's Avatar. One hundo. It's definitely going to be Avatar. The signs, the stars have aligned. The signs are there. The arena styles was all the confirmation I needed. There were already rumblings under the surface about this kind of thing. And seeing it as the arena styles for the day, that clinched it. Ancient Tarkir seems chill. I hope they don't take the story to some dumb trope twist. Oh, I got bad news, bro. That's what's going to happen. It's not like... We're not going to go from garbage, lazy crap, they put no effort into until all of a sudden, whoa, they put so much effort into this is amazing. Here's how much they care about the Dragonstorm arc making sense and really having a good payoff. What's the Dragonstorm arc tie-in from Duskmourn? Oh, Kaido saw a hallucination of dragons from the past and the illusionary fired the forest while he stood there. Okay, why did this even happen? It's because there's got to be a connection to the Dragonstorm arc. What? Dumb. Juggling, you think Aether Drift may be cool? Hey, bro, if you can enjoy it, right? I think what's going to happen is I'm going to hate the flavor of it, think it's really fucking stupid, and then on Arena end up playing with fucking a Jeep Wrangler. Okay, I'm going to pay 2 and tap my mechanic to change the tires on my car. All right, I'm going to tap this token to add nitrous boost to my car. All right, now I'm going to end the pit stop phase of my turn. And I'm going to cast flag on the play. Larry, yep, that's right, man. The uncommon it's spiked right up. Imagine you get real powers and they're so useless, all you can do is be a magician. See, man, if you get real powers, you're in a really dangerous situation because you don't want anybody to ever find out about your powers. Ever. You're not going to end up as a superhero. You're going to either get fucking torn apart by a mob of angry, confused humans who are just basic animals underneath, or you're going to end up in some kind of government bunker or something, bro. You know, like pit stop's absolutely going to be a mechanic. Yeah, it's likely. What up, heavy metal? How you doing? How you doing? They're going to sell NASCAR secret layers, and there's going to be a serialized Dale Earnhardt variant where there's only 666 of them, and it's going to be like Dale Earnhardt on fire after a car wreck or whatever. And that's going to be the like super chase extra bonus card that you can get from that secret layer. And they'll do the same thing with Paul Walker and the Fast and Furious secret layer, right? That's what's going to happen. That's just it's magic design. It only makes sense if you don't think about it. Yeah. Justin, people can be angry, bro. The set symbol is awful. Yeah, I really don't like the flag for the set symbol. The race thing and the fact that the Aether Spark looks like a trophy, it's all so lame. And they know it's lame, too. They know this stuff is lame. Like, Rosewater's already come out and said, okay, look, man, we got way too tropey with, like, Markov Manor and Thunder Junction and everything. And like, we've learned that lesson, but just so you know, all the stuff we made for 2025 was made before we learned that lesson. So, buckle up for another year of lazy garbage, basically, unfortunately. Pyre, you think Tops actually did both those things? Well, you can't top that. Nick, 3 in a red, Domcast's family. Oh, and it's countered. It is countered. Juggler, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Oh, Back to the Future. A Pikachu secret lair? I don't know, man. The Pokemon Magic crossover is something you don't expect to see, actually. That's not something that's probably going to happen. It's moved from hats to driving gloves and goggles. Yeah. Yeah, apparently. That's the new thing. Put on your racing trousers, gentlemen. Vroom, vroom. Beep, beep. Grab your stick shifts and jostle them. Jostle your stick shifts in anticipation for a race through the Omen Paths across different planes. They bring out the original Omen Paths, like, only show up rarely, and, you know, they might not be the safest, maybe. And then they're just like, they're everywhere, and everybody's everywhere. Our stories don't mean anything. They have no substance, weight, or impact anymore. So, I saw somebody in this stream at some point say they were excited about Nicol Bolas coming back. Careful what you wish for. Wait until we see the goofy racing teams that are going to be in this set. Like, just goofy nonsense. Like, Valgavoth had loot last. So, and loot is like a interstellar map almost, right? He maps the Omen Paths and all the other stuff. So, what's to stop them from using him as, like, Oh, he's part of our navigation system. Loot PS. Yeah, Millmaster, the Omen Paths were just in Kaldheim. They were just a Kaldheim thing. But then Wizards was just like, everybody plays Commander, and Planeswalkers can't be Commanders, and we need everyone to be legendary, so fuck it. Everybody's legendary creatures now. They're all legendary creatures. But we still want them to go everywhere in every world, so Omen Paths are everywhere now. Shut up. It's cool, right? We put no thought into it, and you should be excited, because this is stupid. So yeah, now there's just like stable portals between everywhere all the time, and 50 different people can go to Thunder Junction. We're all gonna none of us are gonna do what we normally do. We're all on Thunder Junction. Oh, I love Thunder, a holiday, you know. And you just put on your dusters and you put on your cowboy hats and you use thunder blasters, and it's like, why is anybody doing this at all? And like, shut up! Like, don't you know that in the human history there were cowboy guys, and this is cowboy guys, so they can't be cowboy guys without the hats and the coats. It's like, yeah, but what's the story reason that they have the stuff? Because they're cowboy guys, stupid! No, I get that they're cowboys, but like, why are they cowboys? Why are they wearing this? Because they're cowboys! Be excited! Thunder blasters! Look, a centaur with spurs on. But Centaur's already a horse. Shut up! Get excited! Thunder blasting! Nobody lives on this plane. It's completely uninhabited. Also, check it out. Geese and giraffe raise up tons of corpses. What? How? Don't worry about it. They'll even ask later on when they get to a cemetery. Hey, how are all these bodies here? You didn't ask that when you raised all the bodies to stop a train in a different place. So, fuck all of you? Fuck everybody? Bellmaster, yeah, they could have done anything. They could have done anything at all. At all. What was the thing about the art leak with supposed bolus hands? Art leak. Oh, do you mean the key art? Where it shows a hand. It could be Vraska, it could be Bolus, it could be some other demon, it could be a new character or whatever, holding up the trophy? Holding the trophy. So like, here's the trophy. It's the Aether Spark. Oh my god, it's the Dong Lord Cup. Everybody's fighting for the Dong Lord Cup. Who's gonna win the Dong Lord Cup? And then you just see like a blue hand holding up the fucking Dong Lord Cup. And you're like, you haven't even started the story. And it's like, Papa Smurf won. What do you mean? Well, it's a fucking blue hand holding the Dong Lord Cup, bro. And Papa Smurf is in this. You told us. So it's Papa Smurf. No, get excited. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Vroom, vroom, beep, beep. Jugglem, I don't trust consistency of anything anymore. They could literally put up art and not even do what the art shows. You know what I mean? Anything is anything now. Shelton Super Chat says Hatcha will thunderblast your mom. Also made a redstone door on the server at my base. Nice. Oh, you're a fancy boy now with your automated door action. Well, that's cool, man. I'm starting to work on a reactor right now. I was working on wireless stuff for my base, and I just ran into some snags and just lost the motivation for it. And then I just ended up fighting random skeletons and zombies and stuff in other worlds. Anyways, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. You thought Omen Pass could mutate creatures into different things? I feel like when they brought up the Omen Pass, they made it sound like they were rare, they were somewhat hard to navigate, and there was a risk to them. But what they really meant was, fuck you. The concept of Planeswalkers doesn't mean anything really anymore. Anybody's everywhere, and nobody needs a reason for anything. Because reasons suck, yo. Reasons suck. Welcome to the TikTok generation. I got no reasons. End. Okay, anyways, let's go. Thunder blast your mom. Oh, it's a jug hunt. It's a jug hunt. Let's hunt some jugs. All right, we're going to go and take a look in Fractured Crown to see what's going down. All right, well, we're starting out with a little fire gem. That's not what we're here for. And then we got a raccoon. This guy was actually in my deck when I played in the event, so I like him more now. I've got familiarity with him. He was also in my sideboard. Some dude. Oh, hold on. I gotta take a different angled look. Yep, we got some juggage. We definitely got some juggage here. That counts. That goes in the juggage pile. It's not off the chart level, but we got it. Some dude. Oh, more jugs again. Again, mostly tame, but still. That's another one in the jugging pile. We got some amulet. And then we got a super rare Bedivere Woodland Overseer. All right. Has taunt as long as you control another animal or beast ally. That's not too bad. Can force them to attack into it. All right. Not too shabby, but ultimately, from the hunt perspective, we got two sets of jugs, but these aren't any jugs to write back home to your mother about. Mom, I found the big ones. That's not what you're going to be saying. Mother, life has been very average this year. That is how I would classify that. So that's the reality of life when you're an animal out in the wild on the hunt. Sometimes you find the goodness and sometimes you find the mehness. Yeah, I like Grand Archive. I definitely had fun going to the event and making the little vlog video. Trying to figure out all the different elements for something like that is an interesting challenge. It took a while to sort out what I wanted to do, and you just end up adding things in, taking them out, and it felt like it took forever for me to actually get it finished, but I'm happy with it. Larry, is Grand Archive a Japanese game translated into English? No, I don't believe so. I don't think so. The company that makes it is called Weebs of the Shore, and I think it's American. I think. But I totally could be wrong about that. It's made by people who are familiar with Magic the Gathering and stuff like that, so it's its own thing. Some people are going to be turned away by the whole fact that it's got the particular art style, and that's fine. If people don't like the art style, then, that's something that you're not really going to probably move past ultimately, right? So, there's a lot of different games. A lot of different games out there to try. Heavy Metal still dealing with all the repairs to your house, bro. That sucks. But hey, at least it's getting repaired, right? So at a certain point, it'll just be a distant memory. It sucks when you're going through stuff like this, but once you get past it, you'll just kind of forget and move on, Millmaster. Yeah, laying down some heavy allegations here, bro. Millmaster's trying to help you have a more positive experience with your house getting fixed. Heavy Metal. You're like, I'm sitting here and with the air purifier cranked because the fumes are awful. And Millmaster's just going, it's a free high. It's a free high. Just Millmaster huffs paint fumes. Yup, he sure does. what are you going to do? You know, sometimes you grab a paper bag, you fill it with the paint, give it a little huff. I mean, I haven't, but some people. Some people do that. My mom heard about people getting high on glue. So one time she found super glue in my room and thought I was using it to get high. And I was like, Mom, you can't. That's not even possible. You can't get high from fucking super glue. You don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, the super glue that I had that she found, I was using to glue a fucking bong together. So it's hilarious that she was like upset about the whole, hey, you're doing glue. And it's like, no, I'm not doing glue. You can't use fucking super glue to get high. And then just keep very quiet, very, very quiet about what you're actually using the glue for. I'm just repairing things. That's all. She was clueless. She'd see like burnt kebab sticks. Like if you ordered like Greek fucking chicken or something, and they came on those wooden kebab sticks, and she saw the burnt sticks, she'd be like, "You doing drugs? You doing drugs?" What up, Beasley? How you doing? Pyro, when you're laying epoxy at work, you tell people tell other people you have to charge them if they start enjoying it. As long as you hate it, no extra charge. But if you start looking like you're smiling off the fumes, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. No free highs. Jedi, I feel you, man. When it comes to the like role playing games, it definitely feels like the people who make Pathfinder aren't skis bags like Wizards of the Coast and all the stuff that they pulled. Man, they really pissed off the D&D community with that whole open gaming license thing. I don't believe anybody's getting high off of taking dumps in bottles, bro. That feels all like a manufactured media story to scare middle-aged people who like to watch the news. Oh, God. Be afraid. Your kids are crapping in bottles and getting high off of it. Sure they are. Sure they are. AI is going to take your kids and turn them into radicals. Free radicals that are in your bloodstream giving you cancer. Your own children will oxidize your blood. Larry, you remember when you were taking social studies in middle school, you were learning about kids sniffing gas to get high? You didn't know why they teach that? They're telling you so you know, so you can go huff some gas, bro. You can get getting goofy off the gas. Who doesn't want to go down to the local gas station and just soak a fucking rag and put it over your face, you know, just like, right? Just walk around all day with a gas rag. You got a gas rag, you got no fucking problems, right? Is your fucking wife yelling at you or whatever? Just hop on that fucking gas rag. Who cares how many brain cells you destroy? Brain cells are overrated and the world is built for idiots. So a dullard I shall be. The dullard's life for me. Give me a fucking margarine tub full of gasoline and a greasy rag for me to huff it through. I'll figure out fabric huffability. And yeah, I'll cook my brain into a tarry goo. What up, Vault? What up, Nate? Yeah, Millmaster, yeah, exactly. Well, no, joking. If you did try and huff your own crap, you'd probably just get poisoned or sick at worst. You're definitely not getting high. Yeah, I'm gonna huff all the gasoline, bro. Jess, you do love the smell of gasoline, but you've never huffed it. You just smell real deep. I don't huff gas. I just go, right, right. Just get in there. If you love the smell of gasoline, I've got news for you. Gasoline doesn't smell good. You love the smell of getting high. That's why. If you've ever been like, I like the smell of gasoline. No, you don't. You like the feeling of gasoline fumes on your brains. Do you know how long it took for me to figure out that's what it was for me? When I was a kid, I remember we'd fucking go to the gas station and I'd roll down the window, right? And I'd be like, oh yeah, the smell of gas. Gas smells so good. I was fucking just like inhaling gas fumes, bro. That's what you're doing. You're inhaling gas fumes. And you're just like, yeah, I like that smell. No, you like being fucked up. It took me forever to realize that. Until a group of my friends were all fucking huffing gas one night. It was so wild. They're all high on gas. I'm like, I'm not fucking huffing gas, bro. The fuck, you know? They're huffing gas, pouring it out and starting fires. That was a crazy night. And yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, wow. I'm like, the gasoline smells good from over here, and then it just kind of clicks, and it's like, oh, yeah, I see. You guys are huffing these fumes intentionally hardcore, and you're getting high. So gasoline doesn't smell good. It objectively does not smell good. So you're totally just reacting to like, yeah, I like the fumes. That has to be what it is. Gasoline isn't some awesome smell. Gasoline isn't like an amazing roast that's been spiced cooking in the fucking oven, right? Or a big old thing of apple cider heating up on the stovetop, filling the house with the smell of deliciousness. Nah, man, nah. Crow, you've never heard about the scrapping of bottles? It's because it's made up nonsense. It was just a news story that came out years ago saying people were taking dumps in like plastic bottles and leaving them in the sun and then just heating them up and huffing it. And it's just, who believes this? Who believes this? Coffee smells great even to people that don't drink it. Coffee's not a great smell. Not really. Jess, the whole like liking the smell of weed thing is a moot point if you've smoked it. If you smoked a bunch of fucking weed, then do you actively just like the smell of weed, or do you have a particular association that automatically makes your brain like it? The only way to know the reality would to be exposed to it and just be like, oh, hey, yeah, I like the smell of this or whatever, without actually having smoked it or anything. So the opinion's useless. Useless. Shot or don't gas fumes poison your brain? Of course they do. If fucking inhaling anything to get high poisons your brain. Lots of things poison. We're all getting poisoned all the fucking time, bro. All the time. So all you can do is try and minimize the amount of poisons that are going into you. And if you are going to intentionally put some in, pick some good ones. Get some good mileage out of it. Nick, fresh baking bread smells heavenly? Yes. So does an auto repair garage. What? You like the smell of a bunch of oily, dirty dudes. Leave me out of that, okay? I want bread in my mouth, not auto mechanics. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I'm not with you. You feel me? So you do whatever you want with those dudes, but I'm not looking to have a Valvoline oil change or whatever it is you're looking for. Hey, Mr. Goodwrench, let's see it. Jess, you like the smell of skunks from far away? Oh, does skunk meat taste like the smell of skunk? Oh. I mean, for real, bro. After I smoked herb for a while, skunks totally. It is reminiscent of some of it. And you're just like, sometimes you're like, is somebody blazing some chronic or is that an actual skunk? I can't tell. Juggling the smell of a freshly opened cassette tape. Can't say I have any sensory smell information associated with that in my brain. I just, when I think of a cassette tape, I think of the feeling and sound of opening the plastic case and the paper inside moving when you take the cassette out, you know, the sound of the little plastic spindles or whatever in the middle there when you set it down rattling a little. Habanero's membership message says, I'm sick with the COVID. I'm high on steroids. Happy 77 months. I feel like that's a lucky number for a membership month. Hell yeah. And you're on performance enhancing drugs. So, just saying. Just saying. You can tell your lady, like, I'm on performance enhancing drugs. They won't let me in the Olympics right now. Just animals can smell water? Yeah, I mean, think about it. Rain, different water under different conditions. Salt water smells different than rainwater. Rainwater smells different than fresh water, purified water, all these things, right? Duck, that's right. That's the name to Junkum. Millmaster, that's right. You can't go to FNMs on PEDs. The performance enhancing drugs, when you spell it out like that, it actually makes it sound like something completely different. No PEDs at FNM. And it's just like, wait, what are we talking about here? Blue Cats, who ate skunk? Nobody yet. Well, I'm not talking about overall as humans. I'm sure lots of humans have eaten skunk, but I don't know anybody who's eaten skunk. Jedi, yep, stews can have pretty strong smells and pleasant ones as well. I like a good stew. I have a lot of good memories of delicious stews over the years. Some from when I was a kid, living at home, and actually even once, there's a distinct memory I have from being a Boy Scout, and we were at a jamboree where they have a bunch of different groups of Boy Scouts, and we had all been brought into this giant lodge meeting hall, and we were watching, they put on the movie Willow for us to watch. And it's funny how small the fucking screen it was on compared to how many of us there were. But I remember they served us beef stew, and we had fresh bread, like from a round loaf of bread. So it was cut into these triangular wedges. So you got a triangular wedge of bread with some really nice butter on it, and the stew. I remember this from over 30 years ago. That's a distinctive memory. Pyre, you wish you could figure out how to recreate your dad's stew? You can always experiment with ingredients until you maybe one day get there. Who knows, right? Who knows? It's hard when there's a particular taste that you want, but you don't understand how to make it happen because you just don't understand the basic elements of food enough. I am not a very educated man when it comes to culinary aspects. The most basic elements of it I completely understand. The simple concepts of following a recipe. Yeah, I know how to turn on the stove. I know how to use the oven, all of it. That's no problem. But in terms of understanding food composition and like sweet, salty, savory, umami, all that, and the different ways that the interplay of different flavors and how things will work and all that, no concept. I couldn't taste a sauce and be like, well, that needs more fucking basil now, doesn't it? Right? I can taste something and go, I like that. but I couldn't identify the constituent components, right? Cooking is like magic, and it's a skill worth learning. If I didn't have Carly making all this awesome food for me, I'd probably be more incentivized to cook for myself, because I used to cook a lot more, but nowadays I tend to be very lazy when it comes to just feeding myself. So if Carly's like, I'm going to be gone for the day, you can make yourself whatever for lunch. And I'm like, okay. And then it'll just be a peanut butter sandwich or a really basic hot dog or something. If Carly makes me a hot dog, she will boil the hot dog in water. And then after it's fully cooked, she'll then like pan fry it a bit so that it's nice and kind of a little crisp and more cooked looking on the outside. And then she'll cut up like hot peppers and onions and all that stuff for me. And when I have a hot dog, I will boil the hot dog, put it in a hot dog bun, put ketchup on it, and I'm done. Like, that tends to be the way it goes. I just don't care enough about putting in all these extra bells and whistles and steps. And I'm just like, meh, good enough. Good enough. What up, Adam? You decided you're done with magic after 25 years? Well, it's a perfectly reasonable way to look at things. You got your 25 years out of it. You want to do something else? No point in spending time on anything that's not making you happy anymore, right? If I get to that point and I'm not enjoying it, I'm out too. Jess, I feel like there's a certain level of free time where it becomes more of a burden than anything else. You know? Where you end up with a lack of any kind of purpose or even drive to find purpose. You know? Vault, how do you get Magic Historian stickers? That's a good question. Are they... There used to be some available through the Teespring link. I don't know if they're there anymore. So maybe you can get them through the Teespring link, the merch link, which I think is in the live stream description. Is it? Oh yeah, here. All right. I'll give you a link, and there may or may not be stickers available there. Once upon a time, I know there was, but I don't know anymore. Remember, so you tried making butter and it was way easier than you thought it would be? Milking yourself and stuff? That's crazy. Just go live on a farm. Old Mill Donald had a farm. Hey, Jess, as long as you're happy, bro, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Saying work made your life shittier and you never want to go back is a statement that I'm sure tons of people, well, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sure tons of people. I've worked fucking tons of jobs that I fucking hated, bro. So I am currently lucky enough to be in a position where I don't fucking hate my job. Quite the opposite. I fucking love what I do. I fucking love what I do, right? But apply it to pretty much anything else and I'd be like, nope. No, I don't feel that way anymore. Habanero, too busy surviving being a manager and spending time with your sweet lady, right? As far as I'm concerned, it seems like your current setup in life is better. You know? I can only look at a fraction of it, but that is the view from here. You just gotta shake cream and add salt. Yeah, that doesn't sound that difficult. Jess, if you do get a piano, you should play it on the back of like a flatbed truck being driven down the street so you can be a cool guy in a music video. Pyre looks like stickers are off the menu. Oh, I'll have to look into it and see what happened with that stuff. I don't know. Every once in a while, Teespring just delists things, so I don't know if they did or I did or whatever, but every day you just watch Beast Games episode 5. When do I start the Hatcher games? The Hatcher games are where I hunt humans for sport. So that'll happen when I'm rich enough to get away with it. Blue Cat says, please do give him the power to make you do whatever he wants. Habanero, no regrets, buddy. Hell yeah. Live your life. Enjoy yourself. We ended up finishing out the second season of Schmigadoon just because we had already watched most of it anyways, and it didn't get better. I do not like the Chicago season. It is just, ugh. Zircon, you like jobs where you get to learn stuff? I mean, that makes sense. You want to feel like you're using your time more effectively, and it's nice to feel growth as well. To feel like you're increasing your competency in things, to get more experience in a wider array. But yeah, I hated most of the places that I worked, man. Fucking hated them. Well, these almonds, we're coming to the dead end. The tail end, I should say. There's only a handful left. Mac and cheese with applesauce? Ew. That does not sound like a good combination, but hey, if it worked out, lucky for you. Every day, what's it like doing your own thing like this, man? It's interesting. Like on one hand, you don't have the comfort of walking into somebody else's structure they've already set up and just being like, here you go, you're just a little cog in this machine. So here's what you do, here's how you fit in, here's what you get, right? It's a very much, okay, what am I going to do? The whole self-guided thing or whatever, it can be kind of wild, right? Where you realize, okay, I'm doing this. And all of the success of this is dependent on me. That's how it works when you're the guy in charge, right? All of the success of it is dependent 100% on you and the results that you can provide, essentially, ultimately. So it's interesting. It's challenging. Sometimes it can be frustrating or confusing or whatever else, but ultimately, it's pretty sweet, man. It's pretty sweet. Being the guy in charge means you have to spend more of your energy making decisions and stuff, but it means that you get way more control over what's going on, and that control is nice. Sometimes, the whole having other people sort out everything that needs to be done, and you just, okay, all I got to do is do this, and I don't have to spend much mental energy worrying about stuff. I just got to do this. Okay, Do I think the new Gearhulks and Aether Drift are going to be any good? I don't know. I mean, they're mythics, right? So I expect them. The Gearhulks tend to have a crazy level of power, it feels like, anyways. some like, hey, look at me level abilities. So I expect that it'll be something like that. But yeah, it's worth it to give it a try every day. I mean, go and see what happens, right? There is the illusion that when you're working for somebody else, it's like you'll always have a job, but you could lose that job or the place could go to business. So there's nothing that's 100% guaranteed in any capacity, right? So it is tumultuous and in some ways unknowable. Juggling, you're hoping for a cool foil treatment or new art style? I mean, Wizards is doing tons of new treatments, right? So, Habanero, you hope this isn't a dog question. With Magic now, I don't think there are any dog questions because it's all so insane. Is Aether Drift in Kaladesh or somewhere else? Aether Drift is a racing set that actually takes place across 3 different planes. Kaladesh, which is now called Avishkar, it's been renamed after an internal revolution. So, what was Kaladesh? Amonkhet and Muruganda, right? So those 3 worlds are where this race is going to go through. That is all collectively called Aether Drift, which is very confusing for things like a Planeswalker's Guide to Aether Drift. And it's like, no, you have a Planeswalker's Guide to Ravnica. You have Planeswalker's Guides to Worlds. Aether Drift isn't a thing. It's not the name of the event either. So, it's clunky in that regard. What up, DB? How's it going, bro? So yeah, I guess the only other thing I'll say every day about going out on your own is, try and develop some systems for keeping track of things that work for you, and then just improve them like each year as you go along. Look at things you did before and fix them up, do them better. Make improvements that save you hassle and work too. Muruganda, like the petroglyphs Muruganda, yep. That's the one. It's basically the idea is that's just where vanilla creatures are from. So you've got like big, beefy vanilla creatures that are essentially just supposed to be like primordial creatures. And Muruganda isn't really providing much to the set other than a setting to drive through. Amonkhet and Avishkar are going to be the worlds that actually have more of an impact, I guess. I don't even know, man. It's hard 100% to predict how it's going to go. Remember when a creature with no abilities wasn't that hard to find? Well, power creep, right? We've moved into new territory where all the creatures have to have abilities to matter. They literally made, what the hell was it? Some crazy Triceratops or something in Foundations. And it's like a 12-8 or a 12-6 or something. Just some gigantic, insane set of numbers on it. But it doesn't have any abilities, right? It's just a gigantic honk boy. And that doesn't even matter now. Because things have changed so very much. The petroglyphs card doesn't really have a place now. Yeah, it's true. It's only really good with like tokens that have no abilities. It does become less and less relevant. Hey, Captain DB Super Chat says, let's spin that wheel. Hell yeah, buddy. Let's do it. Also, let's update the board with your name, because you are now Lord of the board. Alfredo is a technique. Oh, not a product. Made with butter, Parmigiano, and pasta water. Oh, impostable. You just got schooled, Jess. You just got schooled on food, boy. Oh, now Jess is telling Millmaster to Google it. Take that, Millmaster. You guys are having a food fight. Fight. All right, DB, let's go, bro. Sometimes this makes a noise where I'm like, did I just break it? Oh, Margic the Garblin. Let's go. Let's go for some magic, yo. Let's look at some random stuff from a theme pack from Core Set 2020. Angry Old Vivian. Every day, Shandalar. Bro, I was just thinking about that in the last 24 hours. All right, we're doing the green themer. So these can have 2 rares in them. They're equivalent of a couple of booster packs stuck together. But they're a terrible product that failed miserably because they're not great. Juggling, we tried to say food wars and you said wood ears. Larry, the wheel's being rather generous tonight. Yep, yesterday it was doling out the insults. Oh shit, we got a Veil of Summer. That's not too bad. That's actually a pretty decent uncommon, right? 1 green instant, draw a card if an opponent's cast a blue or black spell this turn. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. You and permanents you control gain hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. That's a lot for 1 green mana. That is a lot for 1 green mana. We got us a little Death Touch Scorpion, Might of the Masses, Netcaster Spider, a Retributive Wand, 3 mana artifact, 3 and tap to do 1 damage to any target. So Rod of Ruin just got straight out beat by this. Rod of Ruin is 4 to put out, 3 and tap, do a damage to any target. And this also has, if it's put into a graveyard from the battlefield, that deals 5 damage to any target. The last blast is the biggest. That's what I tell you, mama. Leafkin Druid. Overcome on your mama. Mamma Spider, that's your mama. Another Netcaster Spider. A Diamond Knight, so fancy. Another Netcaster Spider. Another Sedge Scorpion. Prismite. Wolfkin Bond. Loaming Shaman. This guy used to be a rare. Once upon a time, this guy was a rare. 1 green and 2 for 3/2. When he enters the battlefield, target player shuffles any number of cards from their graveyard into their library. Rare. Once upon a time. The Pep. Meteor Golem. Centaur Courser. Howling Giant. I remember this guy. 2 green and 5 for a 5/5 with reach. When he enters the battlefield, you get to make 2/2/2 green wolf creature tokens. Great. I love it. Gift of Paradise. Evolving Wilds. Silverback Shaman. Natural End. Healer of the Glade. Barkhide Troll. 2 green for a 2/2. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 on it, so it's really 2 green for a 3/3. Pay 1 green. Remove a +1/+1 from it, and it gains hexproof until end of turn. Not too shabby. Rabid Bite. Natural End again. Vorst Claw. 7/7 for 6 mana. Same casting cost got your Crowworm when I started. You got a 6/4 for the same. Marauder's Axe. Season of Growth. That's a solid one too. 1 green and 1. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. And whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. I like that one. Another Rabid Bite. Another Vorst Claw. Thicket Crasher. Your other elementals have trample. Couple of those. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, we got the 1 rare pack. 1 rare. So, 1 green, 1/2, Elven Warrior. Gets +2/+2 as long as there are 3 or more lands in your graveyard. 2 and tap, sack a land, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. And we've got an arena ad and a turn flow card. All right. There we go. Not too shabby. But only one rare, unfortunately. Habanero, you were literally just talking about the Shandalar series today. You were talking to your girlfriend about watching Magic gameplay, and you said you find it boring in most cases, other than my Shandalar playthrough. Hell yeah, buddy. Somebody's watching the playthrough of one of the playthroughs again right now, actually. There was a comment left on one of the installments going, I'm going back through these. I love Shandalar. Hell yeah, I love this channel kind of thing. It's like, yeah, I'll give you a little hurt for that. It's awesome. So yeah, Shandalar is coming back sometime soon. I already have envisioned in my head, I'm like, Shandalar 2025. What am I calling this one? 2025 Shandalar? There's a number of different names I've been bouncing around. Habanero, yeah, bro. The RPG elements make it significantly more interesting. Agreed. And like watching your collection grow and change, your power level, all of it, getting more hit points is something really satisfying about it. 100%. 100%. I do love me some Shandalar. So I got to get everything set up for another run. I haven't played Shandalar since I beat the new the new version, the 2016 version, however many months ago. It was a while ago. But yeah, I haven't played Shandalar in a whole long mess of time now. Actually, there's been multiple comments about Shandalar recently. Somebody actually watched my How to Play Shandalar video and was like, you got a new one of these coming anytime soon? And I thought to myself, do I need to make a new one? The game hasn't changed. What else am I going to make about this? So, didn't really think about it. But yeah, the Shandalar stuff is something that I thought about actually doing, maybe just kind of with random midday streams too, you know? Habanero, being sick as hell, you might give it another run through. Well, there's multiple versions. There's some on this channel, and then there's some on the live stream channel, and I think there might be some on... Is there actually... I guess I can just check that now. Is there any on the Hatcher channel? Okay, yeah. The 2021 Shandalar sessions are on Hatcher. Yep. Shandalar 2021. And then there's some other ones too, I guess, here. So yeah, there's some on this channel, and then I'm pretty sure there's some on the... Yeah, okay, so there's some Shandalar on all of them, all three of them. Justin, you'd watch me play Shandalar and scream my brand of nonsense? Hell yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So yeah, this newer version of Shandalar is even crazier. Vault, did you miss the water break video? It doesn't always happen. Things don't always go the exact same way every day. Sometimes things go a little different, bro. Habanero, you think what makes it funny to you is how vividly you remember some of the significant events in the long playthrough, like the infamous moat betrayal or the first Lotus? Oh my god, yeah, the moat. There was some glitch with the moat. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like nobody could attack, not even with flyers or something. I remember getting hosed by moat, but I can't remember the exact exactly what happened. It's crazy looking. It's like Shandalar playthrough 2021, and I have one from like 2023. So it's like almost every year I've got a different playthrough, but it's been a while. It's been a while. And I could definitely do with some Shandalar action. I got some revamped plans for this year. Bringing Shandalar back is definitely one of them. I'm aiming for some Shandalar action. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do the whole thing for consistency just on the live stream channel and just be like, okay, there it is, streamed live, up and ready whenever, you know? I want to try building a green deck. I want to try building a green deck with all kinds of craziness in it. I think this nutsack is pretty much done for. I think we've reached the end. I mean, if you want to build a deck with absolutely no creatures in it, then Moat would be pretty gross. It's way stronger than it should be, right? Crow, a green deck for standard? No, a green deck on Shandalar, the old school computer game. So, here, you know what? Oh, shut up. If you haven't seen Shandalar, you don't know what it is. Here is a random Shandalar playlist of one of my playthroughs, where it is an old school RPG magic collecting. Like, you literally play games of Magic, but you wander around the world playing to like build up your collection, where it's like, yo, I'm gonna win cards out of your deck, or I'm gonna fight crazy dragons in like hidden caves and win. It's awesome. It's Magic the Gathering with a wandering the world RPG strapped onto it. It's great. What up, Billy? Shandalar is one of my favorite ways to play Magic, and it has been a while. So I'm used to playing the version that only really includes cards from like 93, 94 mostly. And then I got the updated version from my buddy, the 2016 version, which has so much more stuff. And I own multiple copies of the actual physical Shandalar games. So as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing to worry about by having these other copies, you know? It ain't piracy or anything like that if you actually already own the game. Having a digital copy, right? What up, Goddard? How you doing? Habanero, you want to see a blue-green run through Shandalar, mostly because you want to see green Stompy with Time Walks, Ancestrals, and Time Twisters? That's about the size of it. Build a green deck with a tiny little bit of splash for a few outside your main color cards. Billy, hoping for good Magic lore this year? Well, I hope you get what you want. I don't think you will. I think it's going to be rough this year, but I hope you get what you want. What was the set that had cardboard top-looking things you had to build? I remember there being little, like, Thopters with the Aether, with the Kaladesh set. I remember that. But off the top of my head, I don't know what you're talking about. Vault you need to get. They're still floating around. People have them. People have them kicking around. I probably have a box with some kicking around somewhere myself, too. I have a lot of little pieces of Magic's history here and there tucked away, and I keep accruing more slowly. feel like I have some of those. But I couldn't say exactly where. A lot of the stuff that I have a vague feeling of where it might be. I really need to organize my closet in a way where things are more accessible and obvious. Jess, you're correct. I am the Magic historian, so it definitely makes sense for me to have all these little pieces of Magic history. And I'm glad that people have hooked me up with them. Some of them I just have on my own, but a lot of things have made their way to me over my time as the historian. Juggling the little paper folds bits? Are you thinking of the Hyborian little paper tent things? Like the Hyborian gates? Is that what we're talking about? Either way, we definitely need to get some Shandalar action going again. I know once I get a run going, I'll end up getting sucked in. That's what happened last time. I got sucked into the point where I just played for hours on my own, too. When I wasn't streaming, I had my own playthrough going on. A separate one. Oh, no. And boss, man. When I finally got to him, I was like, your deck is cheese bag, man. Crow, how did I come up with the idea to be the historian? Basically, I became the Magic historian because somebody in the comments at one point said, pretty sure it was Lettuce, was like, you're my favorite Magic historian. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a great name. That's way better than the name I already have. So, that's it. I already was the Magic historian. Somebody else just noticed it and said it. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah. Jess, in a different universe, you imagine that I end up getting rich, and you imagine that I get rich Magic players to donate stuff and open an actual museum. There you go. What's my favorite Magic item I own? It's the zombie card that Magic artist Bud Cook painted of me when he saw a video that I did talking about. He basically painted a card, and I did a video talking about the card and another piece of work that he did and the connection between them and all this. And he's just like, I enjoyed your enthusiasm. I want to send you something. So he sent me a little zombified painting of myself. It's like a freeze frame of me in the video, essentially. And it's on the back of an artist proof. So that's my favorite thing in my entire Magic collection. I have a lot of neat little things, though. You know, like I have a playtest version of Maronar from Savers of Kamigawa that was sent to me by one of the old head designers of Magic the Gathering. Goddard, it's a great name for sure, and the initials is just luck. Yeah, absolutely true. Mike Hatcher, Magic Historian, having the same initials is amazing because the channel shield, all of it, the logo, all that kind of stuff, was actually designed during the brief period that I wasn't the Magic historian. I wasn't the Magic historian. I was actually just going by my name. And Sam Hain, the guy who made the actual background and the logo and stuff, he made it originally with my actual name. And then I asked him if he could make me Magic historian versions as well. And he did. So yeah. It's a suitable name for somebody who has been playing Magic as long as I have, who knows as much as I do, and spends more time thinking about the game than anybody should. Who would have thought, back when I started playing Magic in 1994, that would lead to me becoming one of the internet blabbers about this game. It's been a fun road, man. It's been fun. I've been enjoying myself. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to be involved on this level. My Magic journey has been a whole bunch of different stages, right? From noob to somebody who played in a whole bunch of tournaments and did quite well, but never had any interest in getting like moving on to the pro tour level of things, and then becoming the dude who actually supplied the cards for the store and kept the tournaments running, and then to being the dude who talks about it like this now. There's been all these different steps, all these different parts of the journey. And I've been enjoying each one. I don't know what comes next, but either way, I've already gotten more out of the game than I ever thought that I would. I had a fantastic time. Made a ton of friends in real life and online. It's been a hell of an experience. So it's worked out. Hell yeah, Jugglum. It has been a long road, buddy. It's been a long road, but we got many years ahead of us. Not just of Magic the Gathering variety of entertainment, but stuff on other channels. 2025 is when I want to get some new stuff going on. I want to get some old stuff going on in terms of bringing back Shandalar, but I want to get some new stuff going on. I want to spread my wings a little and try some things that I either haven't done in a long time or haven't done at all. So I don't 100% know how that's going to take shape because I'm not trying to force anything. I want it to be organic because otherwise you don't end up with anything worthwhile. So we'll see how it turns out. But that's my current vibe. That's my current vision. I'm feeling positive, enthusiastic, and hopeful about 2025. I'm looking to have a good time with you guys and just enjoy things overall, you know? Manage my different channels and whatever other opportunities come along. Habanero, yeah, D&D lore is awesome. I wish that I still had my actual D&D books. I'm missing them, right? I don't have anything like that. I have a few Magic D&D books, but I don't have any actual D&D books. It is lamentable. Especially, I wish I had like the second edition stuff. There's so many cool stories, so much cool lore to cover. And I'm not going to lie, Habanero, with your little wink about the D&D stuff. I've already been contemplating it because we're moving into what feels more and more like a desert for Magic lore in terms of Fantasy Geographic being a channel that talks about Magic lore. It's all just past facing now, where it's just like only the stuff behind us is where we're going to get good stories, and going forwards, it's going to be little muddy water puddles compared to the lakes we used to get. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. If the lore gets too bad, I don't really want to make videos on it anymore. So it might necessitate a change into trying something like the D&D lore or something else. So we'll see. I can't 100% predict the way things will go, right? I am just one dude after all, and I am trying to spin a lot of plates at the same time sometimes. So sometimes it's more of an academic exercise than reality. But there's definitely more things to enjoy out there. And that doesn't mean abandoning Magic. That just means seeing what happens where, right? The historian's definitely not going anywhere. This has been quite enjoyable. This has been my main thing, but I can envision a future where something else becomes the main thing, and this still exists, but, you know, the live streams and stuff, or maybe it switches from being here and on the live stream channel to being on another channel and the live stream channel. Depends. We'll see. It's already been about 7.5 years of me doing this. Habanero, it's all good. Hell yeah, buddy. It's nice having knowledge of options and knowing you definitely have the capability to jump into those options. Totally, 100%. That's one thing I don't have to worry about, is I've never felt like, oh, people only watch me if I talk about Magic the Gathering. That's specifically the only thing I can ever do. Hell, just random video on Keyforge did better than any Magic video I made for years. There's lots of different subjects out there, right? So I know no matter what, I'm going to get to have a good time doing this. So I'm just going to keep going with it. Goddard, yeah, that's true. That's true. I've got a group of people who are down for whatever. There's some people who just want Magic. There's some people who are like, whatever we're doing, man, let's go. Let's just have a good time. And I can get down with that vibe. All right. Well, my friends, it's time for me to get going. So thanks for coming and hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And we will get back together. We'll get back together tomorrow. Oh, Beasley with the membership message for the farewell saying, we follow you not just for Magic content. Thanks for all the entertainment, my friend. No problem, Beasley. No problem, big boy. Thanks for being a member, son. All right. So, have a good one, guys. And I will see you all again very soon.